You started your business out of indignation. That you're angry. You felt like the person you were listening to was not offering the value that you felt like she could have offered. And you
Yeah.
decided to step. So you found a gap in the market and you decided to step in.
Yep.
Which is so important, guys. When you start in your business, make sure that, first of all, start. I always say start. While you're starting, notice a gap in the market. What is the gap that you can feel? Hi, everyone, and welcome to another conversation. Today, I'm having this conversation with a beautiful young lady, entrepreneur, and she's a business and content strategist. I'm really looking forward to what she's going to share with us today because I remember when I started, I wish I had heard from more people who were in this field. Sit tight, fasten your belt, drink, get yourself some tea or maybe something to drink because we're going to have something really, really interesting to share with you today. Guys, join me to welcome Ella, business and content strategist. Hi, Ella, and welcome to our channel.
Thank you. Hi, Alun. Hi, everybody. It's good to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey as an entrepreneur. I know we were talking earlier, you did share a little bit, maybe just like a quick snapshot so that the people that are listening to us here can get to know you more.
My journey as an entrepreneur, first of all, I kind of always knew that I was going to be an entrepreneur. I remember then when I was still in school, I think I was like 400 level, my fourth year, because I studied a 5 years course. And I remember one day I was talking to my dad and he was like, okay, so soon you're going to be graduating and then you'd have to start looking for jobs and applying for jobs. I'm like, no, daddy, I'm not doing that. I'm not working. He was like, but you need to gather work experience. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing more working for anybody.
Wow.
And by this time, I already had my business I told you about, the fashion accessories business. So I already had that. And I was making money and I was proud. I'm not working for anybody. But then I started the entrepreneur on a whim. I didn't plan to start it. I started it because I was angry at what I was seeing and I felt like I could offer value. So I did, and it just turned into what it is now. And from when I started in 2018 of September till now, I never expected, like everything was new. I never expected, like in 2018, I did not know that I would be where I am now and I would have been able to achieve or do or work with the kind of people I worked with or meet the kind of people I worked with, the caliber of people. So it's been a very interesting journey. Now, it sounds fun, like, oh yeah, in 2018, I did not believe I would be here, but the journey here, there had been very high highs, low lows. It's been very interesting. And like I said, I never planned for new abyss. So if I had planned for it, maybe I'd have been more prepared. But a lot of things that I encountered were just thrown at me. And I was like, oh my God. And that's actually when I understood the importance of mentorship and having a coach. Because in moments like that, just having a coach that understands what you're going through or has the skill set to guide you through it, they would come in handy. So yeah, I guess that's like summary.
Very true. And just to add to what you said, having a coach and also having a community of people who are on the same journey with you, who understand, who can support you in those low days. Because they do come. Everybody has their low days. Everybody has
it definitely do come. And one thing I've noticed about community, so sometimes they're not just people on the same journey as you. Like I have people like that on the same journey that I'm on right now, and they are always very supportive and they know what to do, what to say in times like that. And then I also have people who are not even in the entrepreneurial space. So people who have like a 9-to-5 job, but are still very supportive. I don't know, God just comes through for me and gives me the best people, really. Gives me the best people. And those people are also really supportive and they sometimes know what to do and what to say as well.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because when I said on the same journey with you, not necessarily in terms of your career or your business, but it's people who are, I would say, willing to grow with you, whatever the field is. Because I feel like if someone is open to hold a space for you to share yourself, to not judge you, but to also to support and help you. They are growing with you in a way.
Yeah.
Just so
Yeah.
amazing to have people hold the space for you to be yourself while you're still figuring things out. And it's so amazing. You started your business out of indignation. That you're angry. You felt like the person you were listening to was not offering the value that you felt like she could have offered. And you
Yeah.
decided to step. So you found a gap in the market and you decided to step in.
Yeah.
Which is so important, guys. When you start in your business, make sure that first of all, start. I always say start. While you're starting, notice a gap in the market. What is the gap that you can feel? You see, and it might not be something too obvious, but something little. As she said, she observed, she noticed that the person she was learning from was not giving everything, and then she could offer that. And the reason why I'm just to kind of pre-frame this a bit, the reason why I'm including this word authenticity here, I want to pre-frame because for me, authenticity does not mean you just say whatever you want every time. That is not what we're talking about. We're talking about being mature, being responsible human beings here. And authenticity is really, how do you portray yourself in every circumstance? And when we're talking about authenticity in business, is how do you bring yourself out or use your business as a service to serve or to provide value to the people, to your audience? So when I'm talking about authenticity here, I'm really talking about service. How do you help your audience to achieve whatever they said and whatever you said you could help them or whatever they want to achieve? So with that pre-frame, let me ask my question again. My question is, how do you ensure that your business aligns with your personal values as well as authenticity?
I would say one personal value of mine is just being honest. And yeah, just being honest. So on my journey, there were a lot of things I could have. Let me just give you an example. So say someone comes to me and you're like, oh, Ella, I need help with Facebook ads. I'm not a Facebook ads expert. So I could decide to go online and learn it and say, okay, then I will teach you. But that's not my area of expertise. So I would immediately find someone, because I know in things like that, problems will come up. And so I'll find someone who has that skill set and experience to solve that problem. And then I refer. So that's my own way of honesty. So if it's something I know that I do not have the capacity and skill set to handle, I would refer.
Yeah.
And I know when I told you, when I started initially, someone asked me if I could do social media management. And I said, sure, I can do it. Even though I didn't know how to do it. I hadn't done it before, but I knew I had experience managing my own page. Yes. So that's my point. So I had experience managing my own page. So if I have experience doing something for myself, I will take it up. But if I know that I don't have personal experience with that specific thing, I'm not going to play games with somebody else's. What? What'd you say?
Even interest. Maybe you're not even interested.
Yes, exactly.
Find out.
Facebook ads, I feel like it can be terrorizing. I don't know if you've run ads before, but it takes someone that has a lot of patience. I'm currently running one for one of my products, and Facebook ads nearly did things to me. So I would not even want to take that up for anyone. So I'm just going to be very honest, like, oh yeah, I have done it, but no, I'm just going to refer. So honesty is very important for me. And so I know my area of expertise. I know what I've done before, and I would not claim what I haven't achieved before, to make sure that people can trust me. Yeah. And so they know that if I come here and I say, oh, this is what I'm doing, they'll know, yeah, Ella has done it before and she has proof. Even though maybe she has not done it for somebody else, she's done it for herself. And so I can trust her. So that honesty is my own way of building trust with other people, as well as making sure that I'm staying in integrity. Yeah. And I have confidence in what I'm doing, because I feel like your confidence is an energy, right? And so if you don't really have confidence in what you're doing or saying, it will transfer. Even though you think you are really good at pretending and acting online, people will be able to tell. So I like to stay as true to myself as possible. So that's one in terms of serving my clients. Yeah, that's something that's very important to me. And also I'd say in terms of say showing up online, I like to be myself. So I guess that's why it's important for people to just know who they are and be okay with it. So for me now, I'm a very, let's say I'm a quiet person, but I'm not loud. I'm not the lousy type. And there are lots of people that are like that. And so, for example, when it comes to this shameless marketing thing that we've been seeing online, and everybody's like shamelessly market your stuff. And I'm like, shameless marketing isn't for everyone. I will not come online and wear a very strange filter on my face and make a fool of myself because I'm trying to market. So that's me staying true to myself. Because aside from the fact that I would cringe, it's not me. And obviously, it's not something I can be consistent with because it's not me. And so it'll be difficult. I won't be able to show up. And it'll just be a whole hassle entirely. Now, there are people who do that and they excel at it. They make a lot of money. Their business is booming because it's who they are. And so there are lots of people like me too who cannot do anything like that. They're going to watch it maybe as a skit, but you would not see them. So yeah, so it's like in showing up as well. I know who I am and I know the things like this is a no-go area. I'm not even going to do anything like that. So it's just really knowing who you are and make sure that whatever decisions you're taking in terms of marketing your business, because there are lots of strategies out there that could work. So knowing one that works for you. And also, for example, for some of my clients, there are some people who say have issues with showing up on video. And sometimes it could be like some inner work thing or some things they've told themselves about showing up on video and things like that. So, but then I try not to force things on people because I also know that what works for you may not work for somebody else. So the same way I'm serving people and I'm being authentic, I also like to make sure that my clients are serving their clients in a way that feels authentic to them. So I feel like there's a difference between staying in your comfort zone and being authentic and staying true to yourself. Yeah. So if you're being in your comfort zone, we know that there's one limiting belief that is holding you there. But when you're being authentic, you know that you're being yourself based on your values, not because you're afraid of something.
100%. Yeah. 100%. Oh my God, girl. Throw them gems. Oh. This is delicious. This cottage. I love it. It's really nice.
Again, I would say just showing up as myself. That's one for me. So I think a lot of people who follow me online, they feel like they know me because I show up as myself. The way I am now with you, for example, on this call is how I would be with my clients, is how I would be if I'm showing up live on Instagram. My personality is the same. So I try to, I remain the same really when I'm having conversations with my clients and when I work with my clients. So I just try to be me and show up as myself. Again, back to being who you are. So there were probably times when I was pretending to be who I was not. So I thought maybe, oh, I needed to be this person, or I needed to try to become this person. Because, so how do I say this? So, you know how if you want to achieve a specific goal, you have to like match the frequency of that thing. So, for example, if you want to say in your business, you want to make, say, like $10,000 or 10,000 pounds, you have to understand what it takes. And maybe you need to be more consistent, you need to be confident. Yeah. So that's different. But then when you're pretending to be who you're not, say, for example, the same thing that I talked about people who are loud. And then I'm now trying to be a loud person because I've noticed, oh, this is what is booming online. This is what, and then I carry a bell and I'm bringing bell. Hey, you must listen to me. As I'm doing it right now, I'm already having goosebumps because I'm like, what the hell? So I just try not to pretend to be who I'm not because I think that's what people want to listen to or that's what people would accept. I've realized that I have my people. And even though, say, maybe the people I currently have in my audience, maybe they're not my people. So even though that's the case, and maybe I say, for example, I'm sharing content online and people are not really resonating with it or resonating with my style. I know that there are people who would. So instead of just giving up or maybe just conforming to the status quo, like what everyone else is doing, I'll just continue and hope, or really see how else I can push myself or push my content to reach my people. Example of that is running paid ads to reach your people. That's like a very simple example of how you could do it. Yeah, so yeah, I like to find my people and know that my people exist. I think one thing I've actually noticed is that when you show up as yourself, you get to attract people who are just like you. When I look through like my clientele, like my client list, a lot of like we have same energy, same values, same like I could have a coaching call for like 1 hour. If I don't think I've ever had a coaching call that lasted for 1 hour. Myself and my clients will just end up gisting, we'll be talking for like 2-3 hours. And you're like, this call was supposed to end by 1. Why are we still here by 3? Why are we still here by 4? Because we have same energy. So I noticed showing up online authentically actually does you a service. I said does, Jesus Christ. Does you a service. Showing up online as yourself does you a service because it brings people that are just like you. So by the time you start pretending, you're going to get people who are not good fit. And I keep wondering, oh, why are they like this? Why are they not good clients? But if you show up as yourself, you find your match.
Absolutely.
And it's really great business experience.
More rightly said that business is a spiritual game. And I love that you talk about frequency, being able to match your ideal people, by being able to show up as your real self, and then you attract the people who are at your frequency, which is why someone said that I think the most important personal development you ever go on starts when you start a business. But for your business to grow, you yourself, you will have to grow. Your business is the level at which you are. For your business to grow, you have to grow, right? And your business matches, your frequency.
Yeah.
So I really love everything you've said, Shoma. I'm really kind of taking notes here. I'm like, oh,
I feel like that makes so much sense. Sorry, I hope I didn't cut you off.
You didn't cut me off. Go on.
I feel like that makes so much sense where you said for your business to grow, you have to grow. And the extent your business has grown is a direct reflection of how far you've grown. Because I remember when I started growing my business and going into the direction I didn't know I was even going. And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about when I wanted to raise my price. And so I remember at the time, I think then I was charging like $500 for coaching. This was for like 1 month coaching or 2 months coaching thereabout. And at the time, that's the highest I had charged. And I wanted to launch a course because that was like how it went on. So I then wanted to launch a course. I think the course was about $300. And I didn't get anybody that paid for it. And so I reached out to, so I was already having a conversation with a coach, an online course coach. And I was talking to her and I just complained, like, man, I don't know what's going on. I launched this course and nobody's buying. Because the interesting thing was that I had a wait list, and with how they work, these people have said they're interested. Yeah. So even though it's not like 100%, at least 1, 2, 3 would pay. So what was happening was that I saw that a lot of people would start they'll go in, fill in their details, but just end up not paying. That happened for like 3-4 people. And I know there was no issue with the payment processor, but they just didn't end up paying. So I spoke with her and she told me what the issue was. And I ended up joining her coaching program. And I feel like just that step of joining her coaching program gave me the push to go from charging $500 to then charging $1,500. So I had to grow personally to get to the stage where I could invest more in myself. And then when I did, because the amount I invested in myself obviously was not $1,500, it was more. But that's just taking that step. I grew, and then it was like a switch went up in my head. And I was like, of course you can charge $1,500. Of course you can charge 2,000. And that's how I just kept going on and on and on. So yeah, definitely, like, when your business needs to grow, you have to grow personally, your mind, and whatever it will take for you to do that.
Absolutely. And you don't have to grow alone. Just say you got yourself a coach. And I have a similar story as well. You know, there's a time I actually sometimes I face like bottlenecks in my business. I do something for some time and I feel like it's not giving result. I'm like, okay, I can see that it's not giving result, but what should I do? What I don't know what else to do. Right. So instead of just continuing the same thing, just take a break. Take a break and I think about who can help me, who has done what I need to do, and who has really found success, who has done it well, who can help me. So whether I go and find an online course, I get a coaching, or I go find somebody. And interesting, when I kind of sign up for that thing, and usually within the first few weeks, I'm like, oh, this is what I needed. The lights just go on, and I know the
Exactly.
steps that I need to take in my business. So, guys, you don't have to, starting a business or even running a business is a life. I would say it's a lifelong journey. Don't get into your business thinking, oh, I'm going to start this business, I'm going to start making money, and then that's it. No, get into your business knowing that, oh, this is a lifelong journey. I'm starting like this. It could change. That's fine. We're not going to wind down. We're just going to change and evolve and get better. But just know that you're on a lifetime journey. Because if you come thinking, oh, I'm just going to do this for a few years and stop, they might as well not stop. Because you never know when it's actually going to pick up. You don't know when it's going to pick up, and you don't even know what is actually going to make it pick up. And here we can also speak to those who want to start their business. They are the edge, they've been contemplating, but they don't know how to actually take the action. My advice will you give them?
I would say, stop thinking of what could go wrong. Because I noticed that with a lot of people, they're always thinking, it's like a question, how would I know if this is going to work? How do I know if this business will do this? Like, what if this happens? Stop thinking about what could go wrong and start thinking about what could go right. I know it sounds very woo-woo, like, oh, this person, did they come again? But really, because the more you focus on what you don't want, you start attracting it.
Yeah.
Like the more you start worrying, especially if you've not started the business, you're already worried about business you've not started. You don't know what, honestly, the truth is you don't know what will work for you when you start your business. It's actually why you need professionals to work with you, because you don't know what will work for you. A lot of things you need to test, right? You need to test the market, your message, and see what will work. And so while you're just there thinking that, oh, you know what to worry about, you honestly don't even know what to worry about. So stop thinking about what could go wrong, or stop thinking about, just start. Absolutely. Literally just start. Just start. Even though you think you don't have everything figured out, start. And then when you realize you don't have everything figured out, don't stay. Don't stay there and start feeling sorry for yourself that things are not working, or don't stay there and start hoping that, or just don't stay there and just think that the answers will just fly into your head one day. If you check the similarities in our story, you'd realize that we went to people who had answers, and then that's when that light bulb moment happened. The truth is, the light bulb moment can happen to you or for you without reaching out to anybody, but that could take you years. And I'm not saying this because, oh, I want you to pay a coach to work with a coach or buy a course or buy something, but it's the truth. And I'm speaking from experience. There have been times when I thought maybe I could figure things out for myself. I mean, I've been in the business long enough. This thing should come to me. But then the anguish, the frustration of staying there trying to see if you can find the problem, and you don't have anybody that can help you find this problem for you faster. Yeah, no, I do not recommend. Do not recommend at all. So please, start the business. Stop thinking about things that could go wrong, and think about what could go right. Start the business, get help. If you notice you're stuck, get help, please. And not just when you're stuck. If you're ready to grow, get help, right? That's that would be my advice. And then in terms of being authentic, I would say don't throw away your values. They'll be they're very important, more important than you think, the values that you have. Because one thing I've noticed is that what happens in our personal life rubs off in our business some way, somehow. So why don't you just take it intentionally into the business? What are your values? What are the things that you love doing? What are your non-negotiables? What are the things that you've noticed has helped you in life? Because in my business, I've noticed that if I haven't been persistent, I would not be where I am today. Like I said, there are lots of high highs and low lows. So I was persistent. That's the only reason why I'm here on this call with Alun. Because best believe there have been times when I was like, man, I'm done with this. Maybe I should have listened to my father. Let me get a job. Let me just go and find work. Because business is nice. You would grow. In fact, it's not nice. It's amazing. You would grow. But it's a character builder. It will build your character.
Yes.
It will build your character.
Yes. Yes.
So just prepare yourself. Just be persistent. Prepare yourself for what is to come. I'm not trying to scare you. I hope you're not scared. But I hope you can also see I'm smiling because I love that I have my business. I love it. If I was going to get a job, I don't even know where I would start from. I love that I have my business. I feel it's everything. So stay true to yourself. Be persistent. Don't start and stop. Just like she said, if you think that this is something you want to start and stop later, don't bother. Because your business always, in the end, it always turns out to be better than you expect. Just be excited. Stop I don't say get rid of fear because I don't think that's possible, but I would say use it, right? Find out what that fear is telling you. So let's say, for example, you're scared. What if I start this business and it doesn't succeed? Ask yourself, so how can I make sure this business succeeds? I need to work with a professional. I need to work with an expert. Fine. Then I work with an expert. Fear dissolved. Period. You move on. So literally just go for it.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay?
Go for it. Oh, guys. Oh, there's so many tricks and gems, and I would really I recommend that you rewatch this again because Allah has really dropped so many gems. I'm like, oof, this is delicious. Look like a
so happy to be here. This is fun.
This is so delicious. And you know what, guys, let me know in the comments below if you want Ella to come back. I just feel like she's just a nitty gritty. She has so much. Let us know. Let me know if you want her to come back. You need to vote, guys. You need to vote. Want her to come back? Let me know in the comments below. And so beautiful to have you here with us. Thank you so much. You know, we do this often. I kind of have different guests to come and we kind of choose a topic. This year, I want to kind of bring more like kind of a different values to what we do. I know that business has been business, sell for a long time. But what about the other part of we being genuine, we being honest, we bringing ourselves in a way of serving other people, we being guides, and I consider myself as a guide and a helper. Right? When I work with my clients, and I'm like, I'm here to guide and help you. Right? You just make sure you're willing to do the work. I can't do the work for you. Yeah. I'm only here to guide you. Right? Just make sure you do the work. And it is a beautiful conversation. We talked about authenticity. We talked about your business, what you start. Guys, remember, she loves blue and she loves turkey and she loves rice.
I do.
Get to there. So guys, we're gonna bring this to a close. We'll bring it to go. Is there any how can they meet you if they want to stay connected with you? Where can they find you?
So you can find me on The Entrepreneur, on Instagram, DE Entrepreneur. And you can also find me on Coachella. So I created a separate Instagram page to serve coaches and experts specifically there. So if you're a product-based business owner, you can connect with me on The Entrepreneur. But if you're a coach, expert, service provider, consultant, connect with me on Coachella.
Beautiful. So, and I'm going to put all these links in the description below, guys, my YouTube. If you're on Instagram, just type her name. You see, I'm also going to leave it in the description. Guys, thank you for being here, and I look forward to welcome you guys to my next conversation with another amazing guest. Thank you, Ella. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me. This was amazing. Had so much. I've never had this type of conversation, this honest conversation, in this setting. So it's been amazing.
And we're all about authenticity and being real every time. What is your favorite color?
Blue?
Blue?
I think so. I honestly, I like different colors, but navy blue is a nice color for me.
Navy blue. I
Yeah.
love gold. Gold is my go-to. Number one.
Oh, great.
Then what is your favorite food?
Ooh. Coming from this question would be tough.
Really?
Yeah. So let me think. Favorite food I enjoy eating. Probably fried rice and turkey.
Fried
I know
rice?
I like turkey. I like turkey. So
Yeah.
anything with turkey, fried rice.
Turkey,
Show of
fried
rice.
rice. Amazing.
Yeah.
On top of my head right now, I would say potatoes. I'm a big fan of French fries and potatoes and things like that.
Ooh.
Love
I like
potatoes.
those too.
And then she loves fried rice and turkey. So if you happen to see her anywhere else, you know what to invite her to.
I am the last child of 5. I'm from Lagos. I'm from Nigeria, not from Lagos. State of origin, Delta State. But I grew up in Benin, Edo State. I studied forest resources and wildlife management, so has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. I love to swim. I'm a gym girl. You would find me at the gym. If you don't find me at the gym, I'm probably in church.